Welcome back, everybody. This is Bronwyn with Big Sky Diamond Painting, and I am here with an unboxing of one of the Black Friday items that I picked up. That's my cat that's walking around here in the frame. He's probably gonna walk away here soon, but for now, while the table's clear, he's with us. So, first thing we are looking at today is going to be this painting from Dreamer Designs. It's one of the 2.0 canvases, one of the smaller ones. I'm trying not to buy like huge canvases, but it's hard lately. There are a lot of really big ones that are really appealing to me. So when I see ones that are smaller, I get pretty excited. This one was, the deal that they had was buy one, get one 85% off. So I bought a couple. We're going to look at the next one in the next video. But this one's called Breath of Dawn. It's from Anna Armonas. And it's a 60 by 40. And it, I believe, is a square. As you'll know from my last video, Dreamer Designs now does rounds as well as square, although there are some parts of their website that still say they only do square. So I hope that they get that updated at some point. And I feel like the only place I could find that had like an update basically saying, hey, we're going to do rounds, was in the members only Facebook group for Dreamer Designs. So I feel like they could have made like a bigger deal about it, especially since there were a lot of people that do really like rounds. And I just feel like that could have been a bigger announcement. I'm sure there were probably other smaller places, maybe in the middle of a YouTube video or something where they said it. But honestly, this should have been like a big announcement on their Instagram or something, but I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. So anyway, let's get right into this. Before we get too far, as always, the Dreamer Designs boxes have a handle, which is quite convenient if you want to do anything with them. And I apologize if you guys can hear a weird sound in the background. I don't know what that is, but we are just going to push through it. Oh, and I'm going to apparently knock you a little bit. But anyway, let's dig in here. Their box is also very sturdy, although it is such a tough cardboard that as soon as you dip it backwards to get things out, it does kind of tear a little bit, which I'm not like super enthused about. But you don't even really need the box. After you take it out, it does come in this sturdy bag. So if you didn't want to keep the box, I keep the box just for until I use it. But you don't have to. So this is going to be our normal Dreamer Design stuff. It's got this nice rolled up pretty canvas. We have our pack of drills and our nice kit. Of course, as usual, reusable bag with the nice drawstrings. Very good for carrying it around, keeping it clean as you're working on it, that kind of thing. I probably won't reuse the bag afterwards, but if you wanted to, you could. It's made from pretty sturdy fabric material, kind of like a paper fabric. This is the kit, which is probably, I call it a little extra. It's one of the most comprehensive kits that you can get from a diamond painting. So we'll just go through that really quick. You get baggies, and it all comes in this very soft drawstring bag with the Dreamer Designs logo on it. So you get a bunch of baggies, always enough to kit up your entire all your colors if you wanted to kit it from the baggies. I always put it in a container, but I always use the baggies to kit down. So it's always a good thing to have. You get 2 pots of wax. You get 2 pens with different tips. So one of them has just the regular steel, or not steel, brass single placer, and one of them has the plastic single placer. You get a long straightener to go on the other end of the pen if you want, and then you get a 3 placer and a 6 placer for multi-placers. You also get a pen squishy for each pen to make it easier to grip if you still use those pens. And you get 2 branded Dreamer Designs trays. They're just the small little white trays. And you also get a pair of Dreamer Designs tweezers. These are the really pointy ones. So they're very, very, very good for getting into square paintings for drills, because it can be a little bit hard to pick up square drills with non-pointy tweezers, because you have to get in there to kind of dig them out. So if you buy a Dreamer Designs kit for yourself or anyone else, you will be good to go. You will have everything you need. So every canvas comes rolled on a foam roller. Their canvases are very supple, so they don't really need to do this, but it is a nice touch that they do. Ensures no creasing or anything like that. Not that they're going to crease in the box. Comes tied with a pretty purple ribbon. If you wanted to, you could reuse this for something, but again, I am all about minimizing clutter, so I am not doing that kind of thing. I'm not forcing myself to come up with ways to do that, to save it. So because this is rolled a little bit tightly around the foam roller, I always roll it backwards, especially when I'm unboxing for you guys, just to get it to lay flat to start with. But this is a pretty much self-flattening canvas, so if you had the time, you could just lay it out and it would just self-flatten. Each of them does come with a inventory sticker that you can use for kitting up. This one has 31 colors, and it is indeed a square. I use these on my containers because I like to be able to, I don't even use the legend on things, which they have a legend printed on either side, but I don't like to use the legend on my paintings. I put the symbols right on the containers. That way I just look at the container. I know what symbol I need. There's our foam roller. I don't save that. When I roll this back up to put away, I roll the canvas outside the drills, like the way that Diamond Art Club packs them now, because it rolls the canvas looser, and it means that I have to, give it less time later to unroll. This is the social media sheet and the instruction sheet. Comes with every painting. My cat's gotten a little bit sick of the canvas leaning on him, and now he's gone. I knew it wouldn't take very long. I think if I hadn't put the canvas, hey, sorry, he was getting into a bowl that my partner left, a cereal bowl that my partner left laying around. Oh goodness, I'm sorry guys, just kicking my camera here. Okay, so let's try to get this mostly in the frame. Looks like that's pretty much that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're mostly there. Anyway, as I was saying, lovely square canvas. the 60 by 40, so it's a good manageable size. I really like this one. It's, again, with Dreamer Designs, and I'll put the charted picture versus the main picture up here, but with Dreamer Designs, I highly suggest looking at their mock-up of how things are charted, because they do tend to maybe go a little overboard on the highlights and make them just a little bit too bright for my liking. So anything that has like little waves in the water, or there's a nice winter scene, they tend to just bring the highlights just a little bit too light and too far forward for me. So it ends up looking like white streaks on things, and I'm not really a fan of that. So if that kind of thing worries you, just look at the mock-up to decide if you want a painting or not. This one looked really good, so I picked it. Let us assess the canvas. So sticky, never an issue with Dreamer Designs. You can see how clear the drill field is. There was an issue with their first run of canvases. Oh goodness. But I have not had any issues with the new run since they switched up their canvas just a little bit, and it seems to have worked on the printing. Some of these symbols they probably could switch up. There's some odd ones, but they're not anything, you know, super weird or unreadable. So for the most part, this is a canvas I can easily work on without needing to use a light pad. Now I usually do use a light pad, but I don't need to use a light pad on most of these more premium brands like Dreamer Designs or Diamond Art Club or something like that. I just do it because it's easier on my eyes. Okay. So this is going to be really pretty. I bought this one because it's so colorful, and it is 31 colors, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a pretty small painting, and I think the colors in here are brought out in such a way that it feels like that's a small number of colors for what we're getting used to, but I think that that is going to be a good number of colors for this. So let us get into the drills. There are some ABs in this. It looks like there's 2 Aurora Borealis drills. Again, if you don't know what that is because this is your first video, that means that the drills have an iridescent coating on them. They are special extra shiny drills, essentially. The drills also, if you're really new, the drills are the diamonds, basically, the little shiny bits that you're going to stick onto this sticky canvas that the symbols tell you where to stick them. It's like a paint by number, but you have little bits of shiny plastic instead of paint or coloring. So I'm just gonna hop right in. I've already, in most of my videos, I've already kind of talked about how really nice Dreamer Designs drills are, but you can really see it even through the bags. Now, I'm not saying there's never any trash. There is always going to be trash with any company, and that is what you need to keep in mind. There's always trash. You just can't avoid it with something like this because they're so small that there's just no way to sort everything in such a way that there would be zero trash. There will always tend to be more trash in a darker color than they will in a lighter color, because whatever machines they use to sort the trash out can see better in a lighter color. And I think also that the resin or the plastic can possibly, I think that there's something there where it can just set a little bit better too, with the less dye that gets added to it. But that could just be me. So don't say that don't think that I'm just saying that they're always perfect, because obviously Po Buddy's perfect. The other thing about Dreamer Designs drills that I really like is that they are super shiny. So sometimes, look at the hitchhikers in there. You're gonna get, I hope you're practicing social, they're not practicing social distancing, but I hope you guys are. The other thing to keep in mind about right, okay, so as I was saying, these are really shiny drills too. And sometimes you'll get drills that are, and I don't know how they turn out like this, but they're not dull necessarily, but they're just not as shiny as this. Like you can almost tell, like maybe they haven't been washed or polished as much or something like that. So that's another thing I really appreciate about these, is that they're just like super, super shiny. So there's that. And then we have our two AB colors. We've got this nice sort of pale yellow, and then this pretty spring green color, which is another one of my favorites. I know I really like the 136, 137, and 138, the blues, but this is another big favorite of mine. Which these are a little bit different numbering than a Diamond Art Club, which with Diamond Art Club, it's basically any DMC number that's below 150. But with this one's just like an AB 38, but still, really like it. So that was our drills. Compared to the big paintings I've been doing, it feels like I went through that really fast, but that's just because, again, I've been unboxing huge paintings lately. So it's going to be nice to work on a smaller one like this. As per usual, no idea when I'm going to get to it, but I'm really excited about doing it because it's so pretty. And I was really pleased that they had some decent sales on the week of Thanksgiving. So I am really happy that I was able to pick a couple up and that I've gotten to share it with you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you've decided if you are going to get this painting or not. I definitely highly recommend Dreamer Designs. They license all their artwork, which is great. Their quality has been top-notch, especially since they revamped everything, and they listen to people. They have a lifetime oops guarantee. If you lose diamonds, or if diamonds fall off your painting, that kind of stuff. And they just have really good customer service. So highly recommend. Anyway, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let me know if you're going to buy this painting or if you've already done this painting. I hope to hear from you. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.